everybody, it's Saria here. For those of you who are new to my world, I am Saria, and I started Home for Restoring Love and the Triggers workshops and the Restoring Love page with a mission to be able to help those who have had adversity, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, trauma in childhood feel less alone and give all of you the skills to love and security that you didn't have in childhood. It's excruciating to go through a childhood where there were incidents that left you unmet and feeling unloved. And my mission is to be able to support folk in knowing how to face these and work through them so you feel met and loved. So today I want you to talk with you about the worries and concerns that people have about joining. And, today or last night we had the first celebration. I did two, one in the morning and one in the evening to suit those all around the world so that people can attend, whether you're in Australia, whether you're in America. So I know that's a concern for a lot of people. Like if you're in Australia or you're American, I'm in the UK, is there times that suit you? And I make calls at different times over the whole program so that people are able to address that. In the celebration yesterday, it was just beautiful to be able to connect and hear what shifts that people have gone through. And I'll share that with you because I think um, I'm just going to go to the page where I had the conversation. Um, so people, one lady went through COVID and it was just utterly horrendous for her. And in that, oh man, I can't get hold of the comments. I wonder how I can do that. Facebook is not letting me see the comments. So let me see if there's another way. I'll just leave that. One lady was sharing that she went through and what shifted for her was that her relationship to herself completely changed. Before, she really struggled with herself because she felt like her culture in Africa is just very like go forward thinking and strong, and she didn't have that sensitive connection to herself because she just had to be hard and put together all the time, and it meant that she often abandoned herself, and now she was able to love herself. Somebody else said that she is able to now fill herself up and give from overflow rather than from empty. Somebody else said, I'm now healthier and balanced, and I'm able to set boundaries, which I've never been able to do in my life before. Somebody else said that she's finally knowing her worth within her family and letting go of the shame and guilt of meeting her own needs. And it's just a delight to see the difference that others are going through. So I want to share with you the objections or the fears that people have when deciding whether you want to do the program. If you've got a question for me, just pop it in the comments and I will respond to you because everybody has different questions and maybe I don't address it here and I want to make sure I do. So uh, some people go, I've already got a therapist. What is this? How is this different? There are a few people in the program who have therapists, and they do this because it fills the gaps of the skills to love and the tools to process alone and a support system outside of therapy. So I know when I had therapy, when I was in the worst of my abuse, you have therapy and then you wait a week or two. And in between that, if anything happens, it's a big struggle. And so this gives you the tools and the support to have a network, a safety net between the sessions. Plus, there's a video library of over 70 videos that whatever happens, you have the tools and support and training of how to deal with situations that you're struggling with internally and within other relationships so that you feel met and supported, whatever you're going through. And then what one person did is that every week of the program, she took to her therapist, which she wanted to work with, to have intimate support, and that's completely okay. Some people know me as a person, and I don't tend to work with friends personally, like one-to-one therapy, but this is one way that I'm happy to work with people that I know, because it's about you doing the work rather than me doing the therapy for you. So it's a different energy. Some people say that they're scared of what they're going to see, and it's agonizing for them, because what if they see things that they're petrified about? That makes sense. You don't want to relive trauma. What we focus on in this program is trauma-informed work, where you first get safe, you get resourced, you feel resilient before you look at anything. And I teach strategies of how to look after those traumaed pasts, whether you're getting intrusive thoughts or flashbacks, of how to deal with those so that you get some safety while you grow the strength to be able to go back and heal those moments. And, being in the community, I was looking at research into expression, and they were sharing that in writing about upsetting emotions or upsetting incidents and receiving empathy and kindness from other people, a loving witness about what happened, suddenly you begin to heal yourself because you feel better in who you are. And they showed that it alleviated depression, anxiety, um, and PTSD symptoms just in journaling and sharing and receiving responses from other people. So it really helps to have an intimate, small community that where everybody is on the same journey together. Um, some people share that they know that they need to do it now. Like, I got an email from somebody who'd signed up who said the last two programs, she was like, I know this is for me, but it's not quite the right time. And she said, yesterday she woke up going, or 2 days ago, she said, I woke up going, I know now is the right time to do it. And then you have this offer. So the offer is that you can get the summer program at the spring rate, because I'm wanting to hire staff, and I'm overdrawn because I am spending so much on other people, and things to be able to serve others, that I need to make more money to be able to employ staff so that I can create programs for you. Um, so now is a perfect time for you to be able to join us, because I'm offering this offer before the rate goes up in July. Some people go, but I've talked about all of this in therapy before. I don't know why I need to go through it again. Yeah, and I'll share why. Talking therapy happens in the Broca side of the brain, and in the Broca side of in the left hemisphere, um, that is the place for talking. And when we are talking, we heal that portion of the brain, and it creates understanding, rationality. Uh, so you get that rational understanding, but it doesn't necessarily always heal the back of the brain, in the brainstem and the amygdala, in the pre-verbal trauma or issues that we had. So if we had parents who were uh, in conflict when we were born, or parents with addiction, and we didn't get our needs met, that would have all been pre-verbal. And a lot of this work that we're doing in the program is embodied work, teaching you to empathize with yourself so that you access that, and learning to work with your whole body so that it connects with those parts of you that are pre-verbal, and then teach you the skills to love yourself along the way. So, doing talk therapy helps with understanding, but you also need embodied work to be able to heal the body and the limbic system and the amygdala. All right. Then some people go, I can't trust anybody. And so to do, I've been burnt out in so many therapies, and I can't trust anybody. This is not about gaining trust in anybody. This is about learning to trust you and you gaining a beautiful, connected relationship with you. And I want that for you. I want you to be able to trust yourself, to love yourself, to cherish yourself, to care for yourself. And when you have a sense of this program is about, um, if you feel like a sense of, I can't trust anybody and I couldn't do therapy or anything again because everybody's let me down. This is about you growing the trust in you and learning to discern in yourself what is healthy for you or not, so that you don't continually get yourself into relationships where you get burnt and hurt, so that you can discern that guy is healthy for me. This therapist is healthy for me because I can see the indicators that they have the capacity to care for me, and we teach those in the program. For some people, they say, I don't have the time to do this. I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed. Um, do you have 10 minutes when you go to the toilet a day? Because that's basically what you can do. Some people, 10 minutes a day, the calls are mostly around 10 minutes. There's some that are 4 minutes, there are many that are 15 minutes, but I've made them so that you can watch in little doses. I was frustrated a couple of weeks ago when I made one for 20 minutes. And I was saying to the lady that I'd made it for, I only wanted to be 10 minutes. And she said, but it's really good. It needed to be 20 minutes. And that was on how to hold space for other people when they're in trauma and you're getting triggered by it. So that probably needed a little bit more time than just a normal video. And then we have these, Zoom calls. Not everybody attends those. And we have other calls of love and action calls. And these calls are about setting intentions. You come to a call, you share your intention. You don't need to stay to listen to the call, just so that you learn to get accountable for your own goals. And for those of you who are high achieving, peak performance, busy, busy, busy people, I teach you how to stop bulldozing yourself and love yourself as you go about your day. So you're not just living for people pleasing others, you're really learning to love yourself on the journey. And for those of you who are more non-functional, under-functioning, struggling to get going, I teach you how to break down the overwhelm of things and just take little steps. And we do those sessions every single week so that you're able to take action in your world that is healthy and honoring of you. And for some of you, you say, I don't have the money. I get it. If you don't have the money, then you can't sign up. And I'm not going to persuade you to sign up because I don't want you to put yourself into a challenging situation. For me, I have been used to living on the edge, and so I often will go overdrawn or use my card for something because that matters to me. When I know there's something that I have to do and I'm called to it and it just feels a sense of urgency, I'll do it because it matters. But for other people, you have a rule that isn't okay. Don't do it. I don't want anybody going into a place that is uncomfortable for you. Um, it's just totally unhealthy to do that. I want you to sort out things in your life so that you're able to do it and it's comfortable for you. One lady said she didn't have the money and she asked her mum for it because she knew that it would make a difference to her and it would change her relationship to herself. And she said she's already in debt and she doesn't mind going into a little bit more debt because this will change how she thinks about herself. And I don't recommend that for everybody. For some people, that's deregulating. What I've wanted to do is create an affordable program that anybody can do. And, um, you know, I see how many thousands I spend on therapy. And if you're paying the £77 a month for a year, I pay more than that every month on personal therapy. And so you just have to look at what is important to you. I pay in 2 months for personal therapy, what you pay for the whole program. Um, and that's one call a week. And this is 3.5 hours a week of my time that you'll be getting as group work. So it's very affordable for what you get. But if you can't afford it, I really don't want you to put yourself into financial pressure to do it. Then some people say they're really petrified of groups because, like Julia shared that, and Julia's the only, or there are two people now who share. They're happy for me to use their name, and I never share people's names in the program. But Julia is one, and she said, she grew up um, moving from place to place, and she was always the gawky, lanky girl who didn't fit in, and she was petrified that she wouldn't fit in. And coming along has just been made such a difference to her because it's made her feel safe. It's helped her create a better relationship with her brother, her mother, her friends, her partner, um, because she's learned to work through those parts where she felt unloved, unwelcome. And now she just feels so connected, so supported, and so loved by everybody. And there was somebody else who said she worried that she would feel unloved and uncared for. And she said, but every time new people have come, she just feels this warmth and love of how I welcome everybody, and it teaches her how to be welcoming to other people too. For some people, they say, it won't work for me. I'm scared it won't work for me. I've tried other things. Your mission is to find in the program what does work for you. Like in the first week, I give 5 regulation tools. Some people might not like 2 of them, but they love another 2 of them. And some people find that for 6 months they try 1 or 2 of them, and then they shift to another one and that they didn't like at the start, and then they love it. Your mission is to just work on finding what works for you and what you love. And everybody who I've seen who's engaged with the program has got amazing results, and I want that for you too. Um, and then some people join the program because they want to get close to me as a person. And that doesn't work because then you get fixated on whether I'm commenting or whether I'm engaged, and then it becomes a focus, like an obsession for you on your relationship to me. And often that comes from a mother wound where, you see me kind of as a surrogate mother. And then every sort of breath I take or look I make, you interpret that as me not loving you or me not caring for you. And it's just too exhausting for you. So what your mission is to come to the call or come to the program with an intent to develop a secure, loving relationship with you so that you feel good about you. And I really want that for you. So I would love, love, love to have you. And if you would love to join us, just go over to restoring.love. Today is the last day to sign up as the spring program. You've got 24 hours before midnight Pacific time. And if you are wanting to overcome emotional abuse, which is criticism, inner criticism, a toxic relationship to you. Oh, there's a sparrow just flying into my garage. They've built a nest in the garage. Um, if you treat yourself with dismissal and you are making yourself wrong all the time, or you're feeling anxious all the time, those are all the results of emotional abuse. And this program will give you the safety, the tools, the love, the support, and the connection to be able to overcome it. We'd love to have you with us. Just click the link in the comments above and come and join us. We'll see you there. It starts on the 5th of July. And I've got a couple of surprise bonuses for you. One, we have my friend coming to speak to us about our relationships to food, weight, and our body, about how to love ourselves, whatever size we are, and really care for ourselves as we create a more peaceful relationship to food so we feel nourished rather than neglected or controlling the food so that it becomes an obsession. Her mission is all about creating peace with food. And then we have a burning bowl ceremony of letting go of all that doesn't serve us and creating, getting inspired by who we are and what we want to create. All right, I'm sending you so much love and I look forward to seeing you there. Bye.